what is the purpose of this podcast, right? Because we are in the situation that lots of disheartening things happening. And I would like to create this hope and optimism. This podcast will bring together voices across the international student community to talk about challenges and solutions so that we can build more hopeful and resilient future together. And this wouldn't be happening without Betsy Cohen, because she's the inspiration for me to pull us together today and have this podcast series. So Betsy, it's an honor to have you. Could you please help us kick off this podcast series?
Definitely. For me, having written the book, Welcome to the USA, You're Hired, a guide for foreign-born people seeking jobs, and one part of that book was really addressed to the international students and the people that advise them. It's very dear to me that right now there are so many uncertainties, and it feels so important for an understanding that yes, there are times of uncertainty, but there are many reasons to be optimistic and hopeful, because truly most people are going to be fine, but it does not mean that everyone isn't worried, and understandably so. And for me, now that I have moved into a role working with an organization called FutureGood, the idea that you have to understand your own future that is going to be positive helps you when you have that North Star to get through those short-term times that are troubling. And I want us all to have an ability to share and to have an understanding that we can get through these storms.
We need the North Star now more than ever. It's feeling like dark around us. We need that light. Thank you so much. And another amazing co-host, Dania. You're representing the international student community right now, and your field of study is so interesting. So can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course, my name is Danya, and this is my third year of PhD in educational psychology program at University of Nebraska, Lincoln. And also, I'm placed here through Fulbright Scholarship Program. So all of the things that are happening right now are, of course, filled with a lot of uncertainties. And maybe you have heard about all those things that are happening with Fulbright as well. And it is the most prestigious program. And this never happened in the history of Fulbright, like these kind of things. So me, including a lot of other Fulbrighters all over the United States, were in complete sense of uncertainty, especially like last month. Our stipend got held by states and like all those policy regulations. And we were so worried about our future as compared to other students who are here, but also thinking about other students. Yes, there are so many questions that are now in the mind of students, that what is going to happen. But I agree with what Betsy said, that yes, there is a hope. There is an optimism and there is light in this darkness, that we can see that how we can thrive even though we don't have any certainty right now. So thinking about those aspects is also important to give us the hope and to sustain and be resilient in this time of crisis.
Wonderfully put. Thank you. And, for me, myself, Kwan Segal, as a career coach for international students, during this time, of course, I have heard the fears and anxieties from my students. So I want to refer to one of my favorite quotes from Tara Brach, our favorite mindfulness teacher, right, Dania?
Yes.
So, yeah, she mentioned about, our mind is like waves, right? But we are the ocean. And what's happening right now, there are just a few waves that happening. Fears, anxiety, but your knowledge, your skills, you are the ocean. So be grounded. Know that nothing can take your knowledge and your skills away from you.
I think we have to remember two things. One is that when you are prepared, you are better able to keep focused about the long-term goals. So you do have to be prepared and not just assume that everything will be fine. And then secondly, that understanding that these are bumps in the road, but they're not roadblocks, but they are bumps.
And the more troubles we are facing, actually, it is the collective efforts that we're going to see more and more these days. People that have the same belief and mission will be together. You're not alone. Yeah. Thank you so much, two of you, for being on this journey with me. I want our audience to be able to stay tuned with our future podcast series because we're going to have 4 important conversations with experts from different fields: international education, international student retention, and immigration as well. So stay tuned, and you can subscribe on the ICAway.com/subscribe and be the first to know when we launch that first episode.